Hi, everybody. Welcome to Choral Conversations. We're so excited to have you today. Again, it's Jessica and
Angelina.
welcome. We're excited. Angelina, of course, has amazing topics for us today. So I'll let you go ahead and start.
Yes, so actually, our first question is going to be about how young we are and our wellness.
Mhm.
So it's how did we each get into health and wellness in the first place, even though we are so young?
Okay, well, to start, I think it's just something I had in me, if that makes sense. Like, I think some people are more predisposed to thinking about health and wellness. So maybe for me, while like friends would be like out partying and stuff, my first thought would be, what would be my recovery be like? Is this healthy for my liver? Is this sustainable? So that's always kind of been me. I think I would say starting from when I was in middle school, which is like ages like 12 to I think is it 11, 12, 13 or so around that age. Before that, I would just eat anything that was like snacks or whatever. But then I started to learn like, I'm not feeling so good after this. Let me be mindful of my health. I will say um, that it was very interesting. I had to learn a lot about it in school and on my own because my parents, they came from Nigeria and you don't really have to think about what you eat. Everything's organic over there anyways. So it's been an interesting journey, learning that, okay, I'm seeing some of my uncles and aunts and they look like they were born yesterday. And I'm seeing other people in the States. I'm like, surely there's an issue here. So that kind of got me interested in like health, wellness eating. So yes, that's how I got my start, just off the top of my head. What about you?
Yes, mine is definitely a similar situation where I think I was just born with it. Also, when my friends would go out partying, then I was like, but if I do that, I'm not gonna get my like 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Like I'm gonna have a headache, you know? So I always like thought about that. And also my dad has always loved and cared about health and like reading about it. He reads about what universities say, their new discoveries. Like he's always reading about health. So he always talked about it. I remember if we ever ate cereal, it would have to be like healthy cereal because, just always try to keep up the health. And my mom always made sure we ate our fruits and vegetables, even if we didn't want to. So I think as well, I just kind of grew up with it.
Right.
And then in high school, for me, it was because I struggled with acne.
Okay.
So I really realized what you put inside your body reflects the outside. So I
Right.
was like, okay, let me start eating healthy and actually take care of everything inside and take any vitamins that I need so my skin can also
Right.
glow.
I love that. And similarly, you just reminded me of something that happened in high school because unlike the rest of my siblings, they had like perfect skin. In high school, I also struggled with like acne and breakouts. And it wasn't until I stumbled across this lady that was like, hey, you should try alkaline water. Doing that, my skin cleared up. So for me, like some people it's hormonal, but from there I also learned like, oh, depending on the water that you drink and what you take in, that can affect your outside appearance. So just a
Yeah,
fun fact.
that's really amazing. Yeah, mine was the inside. I would take like vitamins and supplements and
Okay,
it really helped
helped you.
me. Yeah, everything. And my mom would make me eat aloe.
Ooh, like aloe vera, like in the juice.
Yeah, instead of putting it on your face, I would eat it, but it doesn't taste good, so you
Okay,
would put like honey on it, and then so that's a little tip.
I like
But it's
that.
really yeah.
I'll have to try.
hmm And okay, so the next question is what do we used to think being healthy meant versus what it means to us now?
Um, I used to think, okay, I hope this is not embarrassing, but because of course I grew up with my mom and stuff like that, so she would always watch these like 80s shows. So I just thought health was just like the girls on like the bike or the elliptical with their hair up in a
Right.
bun. And that was pretty much that. I just thought health was exercise. To be honest, I didn't really take into account like the healthy eating and just overall wellness, like making sure you get your steps in, making sure you sleep. So for me, wellness and health was just like how often do you work out? Are you having energy? How good can you diet? I think we have such a like a diet culture in the States. So that was so prevalent at that time. People cared more about the outside appearance not really the inside. So you could lose like 30 pounds and people are like, oh my God, you look so good. But you don't know that person is like literally sickly, not
Mhm.
well. So I think my definition of health has since transformed, but before it was more like the aesthetics and the exercise. Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
think
about
mine
you?
also started with exercise, but it was more like sports
Got
because
it.
I have two older brothers and they would always play basketball and football, soccer, and just all of these sports. And my parents, for some reason, were obsessed with tennis and would take us to tennis lessons. So it was always more about moving your body. And then until I think I was about 15, so when like I had the acne problems, that's when the food health knowledge kind of came about. And now, actually, recently, I think maybe like 3 years ago is when I realized how important sleep is. Back then, I would pull all-nighters all the time. I don't know why. And I didn't realize that it's so important for your health, for your brain, and just everything to function properly. Now I realize you need your 8 hours of sleep. And then I learned that women need more, that we need 9 hours of sleep.
That
So,
study liberated me so much
right.
because on
I,
social media, you see all like, especially the gym bros or like the health freaks, like, circadian rhythm, sleep from like what, 10, 11, wake up 5 or 4 a.m. And I'm like, that does not fit in with my definition of a good night's sleep.
yeah, I need my sleep. I know. I told my mom, I was like, Mom, women need 9 hours. She was like, Are you sure? I was like, Yes, yes. So no one wake me up. And she's like, Okay.
I love that.
Yeah. Mhm. And okay, moving on to our next question is, do you remember your first Coral Club product and how it made you feel?
Hmm. My first Coral Club product was actually right here, Coral Mine. I started with our like OG product, which is our flagship product. Oh my God,
That's
twin.
mine too.
Yes. Because, why not? That's like the company's first product, and it's our flagship. It's still a bestseller to today. And I loved it at first. I could actually feel like the toxins coming out of my body. So, or like, I don't know how to explain it. I could feel like, okay, beforehand, before I started taking the product, maybe I wasn't like having the cleanest water, if that makes sense, because you could feel a difference and even in the taste. So I liked the taste, but then I think by day 3, I was like, oh my God, I need to take this product every single day. So I just put my sachet in my thick water thing here just to remember because it has like the tracking. So there's that. And I will say, just because that's like almost everybody's first product, I'll go into my second one, which is I have it right here, the big ol' Promarine
Ooh,
collagen peptides. I'm
they
loving it.
tried.
Yes, because on our website, when we were going through it, we saw that collagen slows after 30 or so, like the production. And then each like decade after that, it dramatically drops. So I was like, absolutely not. I need to start taking it right now. So I like it. I'm surprised about the taste, that it tastes good, given like the ingredients. So yeah, these were my first two Coral Club products. What about you?
That's so mine was as well as coral mine. And my family, especially my dad, has always been very drink good water, drink like clean water. So we always had clean water, specifically from Armenia. But even when I added this to that water, I could feel the difference. I could feel myself feeling more hydrated. And in general, I felt like my brain was like more awake, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Just because of everything good in it. But yeah, so I really love that and still use it every
Okay.
single time. I use it a lot when I go to the gym.
Amazing.
And my second product was actually Skin Harmony. I've talked about this mask like it's my baby. Like I love this mask so much. Um, this I always
I
oh
told you I finally got it. Yes. I'm
oh my gosh, I
ready.
can't wait for you to use it.
Yes.
Okay, I love this
Good
mask.
taste. Yes.
I love all of our masks, but this one specifically because I struggle with so many skin issues. I'm allergic to everything. I'm sensitive to everything. Just I don't know what's wrong with my skin. I just always sensitive to everything, but this really helps
Yeah.
soothe everything down, hydrate, and help your skin barrier, which is something I struggle with a lot,
We'll,
which maybe we'll get into later.
we'll get
Yeah,
into
but
it. I'm happy that it's helping you.
yes, yes. So those are my first two products.
Amazing. Amazing.
Our next question is, what's it like working in wellness when you're still figuring out your own routines?
Ooh, I think I will say working with Coral Club has been really good for me in the sense of I started to ask myself questions that I wouldn't ask myself before. In that,
Mm.
maybe I'd be hard on myself, but I'm like, that's so hypocritical, Jess. You work for a wellness company. You better get up. You better like exercise. You better drink your water. Our number one thing is hydration. So I think it's challenged me to like be a better thing because I don't know. I just have this thing in my head like, okay, if I work, for Coral Club and people are like, oh, what is Coral Club? And we're a premier health and wellness brand. And it's like I don't look healthy or I don't feel healthy. I feel like, are you sure you work for them? So I think
Right.
it's influenced my routine in that I try to see am I actually incorporating the principles that we promote,
Mm.
hydration, wellness, like happiness, balance. So I think that's affected us. Like even before this, I was like running a little late, need to fuel up. So, I think before I wouldn't do that. I would just run on E and just kind of
Mm.
the American work style. But I think now I'm more balanced. So hopefully
Yeah.
that answers the question a little bit.
Yes, yes, that's so important. Balance, yes, definitely. For me, it's mainly to do with knowledge. So I love the presentations that we have for each of our products. I love reading through them and like knowing about what each product does and what each ingredient even does and what like the main ingredient is, how it functions, how it helps your body. And I just love those presentations because we're surrounded by so many professionals and people who know everything and anything about these products, and it's so interesting to read about those. And also balance for sure as well. I definitely, once I started working here, I was like, okay, like you take care of it in this way, but you don't, let's say, eat healthy,
Yeah,
or you don't move your body enough, and maybe you don't take the right supplements and this and that. So I definitely tried to find the balance now. I definitely eat healthier now and try to move my body as much as I can. But yeah, finding balance
I
is
love
also so
that.
important.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's helped to keep us in track. I've definitely gotten in more workouts, more sleep, and more water than I would have before, just for the sake of like, okay, make sure you're consistent.
Yes, yes, exactly. And that, I guess, goes into the next question, which is what wellness habit do you secretly struggle with, even though we promote it?
It's
Mhm.
the same balance I was talking about. But that's a me thing. It's not like it's like the workaholic nature, like maybe me starting my day at like 6 a.m. and then working late till 10. Not because anybody forced me, but because me, I'm enjoying. But with that comes like, okay, I think I need to set alarms like, okay, drink water at this hour, maybe take a 10-minute
Right.
walk, take a break. Did you eat dinner? I definitely didn't eat dinner yesterday. So I get into zones and I don't like to break them because once I break it, it's hard to get back into that same zone. So it's like unhealthy, but then it's like healthy for my creativity. I don't know how to explain it.
I get it. No, I get what you're saying. Because sometimes when you're just in the zone, you have to stay in there. So
Yeah.
the creativity just keeps going and going. I know I
Yeah. What about
understand that.
you?
Um, what I struggle with, I would say, more so just keeping the gut healthy. I'm definitely getting better at it now, but sometimes I just really just kind of go into the cravings that I want, where they're not the best for you, of course, whether it's junk food or too much sugar, too much salt. And then I don't detox after. But now I've gotten better where I do. If I
Okay.
do end up doing something that's bad for me, I do do a little detox afterwards and make sure my body is clean and ready to go and ready to function well. But yes, that's probably something that I struggle with more.
Yeah, I think that's a truthful thing. I didn't even think about that, but I definitely agree with you because I struggle with that as well. What I probably need to do is like you start maybe detoxing. I kind of just say better luck next time. But since we have so many amazing products, I'm like, I should actually try to use them for the detoxing portion just to set myself up for success. But yeah.
Especially the little ones that are like on the go. They're so
Yeah,
easy to use. I think
so
it would be
easy.
great.
And I think with that, because I love fan detox, I think I need to not use it as a crutch. Oh, you have yours? Mine, I have it, but it's downstairs in the kitchen. But what I might struggle with, to be really like transparent, is our products make me feel really good. So then sometimes I'm like, I could do a little more. But it's like
Yeah.
that's not the goal of health. The goal of health is to move forward. So
Yes,
yeah.
yes. Yeah, that's so true. That was an interesting way to say that. Yeah, I agree. And okay, so our next question is, what's your can't function without this Coral Club product?
Mm.
I can go first if you'd
Yeah, you can
like.
go first because I'm like looking at my products around me. But yeah. Oh yes, I already knew this. Yeah, I already knew. I should have already like
Mine
not
is
again.
always I know. People are like, this girl keeps talking about this, but I just love it. I can't. I could never function. I could never function without this. I couldn't. Just because sometimes I just don't look at my skin, don't listen to my skin. I'm like, let's try a retinol today. And then I don't know why I do that. And then this is where this
Yeah.
mess not come when I make bad decisions about my skin. But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's definitely mine because
I
I
love that.
always need something to soothe.
To soothe you. Honestly, I really like Fan Detox. I don't know what it is about that product, but I love it so much because like when I travel, it makes me feel good. So when I went to Paris not too long ago, it's like summertime, so people are traveling. There you're sometimes walking a lot, not drinking a lot of water, or maybe it's like a different environment, different food. But like no matter what, like that was like my favorite evening drink. I would just have it in the evening and I would just feel so like I don't know, balance. It has a lot of antioxidants and my skin would be glowing the next day. So that's like my favorite, I would say. Like I love the Promarine collagen peptides. I love the face mask. I love Coromide. But if I had to choose one, I'd do Fan Detox.
Yes, I can't wait to take this on with my trips coming up. Very
Yes,
excited to try one for the trips.
excited.
Yeah.
Let me know
Uh,
how it is for you while traveling, because I think that's where I'm like, oh, I really need this when I was traveling. Mhm.
yes, yes. Okay, of course, I'll let you know. Um, okay, and back to our young wellness life. Do you think people our age take wellness seriously enough?
This is like yes and no. I would say more yes, just because for most of my life I lived in Los Angeles, or like at least for half of my life I lived in LA. And LA, they overdose it on in terms of health. You'll see young people like, okay, ginger shot, okay, sea moss, okay,
Yes,
this greens, and then they'll take two workout classes. They'll start the day at the gym and the day with hot Pilates. And maybe because I was by the beach, so I would just see the health game. And it was mostly young people that I would be seeing. I would say like under like 35. I consider it like really young, of course. So yeah, I think it's big. And then also too on TikTok and Instagram, I'm seeing trends of health. So I think young people more so. And I think it does help that it's a trend because back in the day, I think maybe unhealthy habits were the trend. So maybe like partying, or you would see the movies, old Hollywood movies, like the ladies smoking cigarettes and glamorizing that. But now I think health is more glamorized.
yes. People actually frown upon if you're glamorizing unhealthy
Yeah.
habits. People are like, don't do that. Don't show people that that's the cool thing. It's not. Yeah, no, same here. Grew
Yeah.
up in LA. So, and I also now live in Moscow, and it's the
Yeah.
same thing here. Everyone
Okay.
loves health. Everyone focuses on health, whether and it's not only just how they look, it's also how they feel on the inside. They really love to take care of it. Whether LA, it's the ginger shots and, turmeric and all of that. Here, it's the same thing. People love to make sure that they look good and feel good. Um, but yeah, I agree. I think it's more leaning towards yes, people our age definitely now care more because of all the trends and all the gut health trends and how to make your skin glow, how to make you have more energy.
Right.
And a lot of people now have more online jobs,
Yeah.
which for some reason actually tires you out more, I think,
I think so.
because you're sitting in front of a computer way more.
Mhm.
People really tend to now take care of their health a lot more because of that, I think.
I think that's really true. And I'm happy that we live in a generation where it's a trend to be healthy because that's an added bonus that makes it a little bit easier.
Yes, yes, because you're like, ooh, and it's easier to find things. It's easier to find workouts, cute
Right.
workouts. Some things like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. And if you don't, like the last thing I used to really love about, especially in LA, if I didn't want to go out and party and do certain things, I'd be like, okay, no, but tomorrow do you want to do hot yoga and go to
Yeah.
get a healthy brunch? And they would say yes. So I think
Yes.
that's like a nice balance.
Yes. Like go hiking and then get like a little healthy yogurt thing and like
Yes.
cute. Yeah, oh, I've missed
Lifestyle.
that.
I love it.
Love it. Love LA.
Cool.
Um, okay, next question is what would we say to someone who's like, I'm too young to need supplements?
Okay, let me come from the more empathetic side because I'm like, huh? What do you mean? You're never too young. I would
Agree.
say better to be proactive. One thing is my parents, at least growing up, my dad was in pharmacy and my mom was a nurse. And then he also had a business where he was delivering medical supplies and just helping people out as well. And to see, just even going to the hospital, even if you go just for a checkup, to see the people struggling and maybe they didn't have access or in low income communities. So I think the more that you can spend upfront doing whatever preventative measures you can to take care of yourself, not only will it help you not to get to the point where you are not able to do a lot of things by yourself, but then you'll find your body functioning even better because it's really hard to get all the supplements you need from like food and water alone in today's day and age, especially if you live in North America or are from North America. So I would say better to be proactive than not, and better to, I rather spend a little bit more now, not so much, than to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on like care that maybe you could have prevented. Not, totally, but if you can, you should try.
Yes, 100%. I agree with everything you just said because it's so important to see what your body needs and actually take care of it. There are so many people who are young who don't have enough iron in their body, who don't have enough calcium and this and that. And then they're like, why do I not feel good? But they maybe don't want to take supplements because they think they're too young. And I think that's when that's not true. And you actually do need to and just take care of your body. For example, I have a friend who's 27, I think,
Mhm.
and she has like no iron. So she takes the supplements. And you can like see even just when you talk to her the difference before and after. She has so much more energy, so much more lively. And yeah, I think supplements are always good if you know, you're feeling not as energetic and um, just problems, whether it's skin, gut, it's always good to be preventive and help yourself.
I love that. Thank you so, so much for sharing that because I think that's the thing we forget. Sometimes, like, we've kind of been so accustomed to being like, oh, I just have low energy. And like, that's the thing. And now we know there's like a low iron epidemic among like
Yeah,
women. So, yeah. Well, maybe
yeah,
it's not an epidemic, but you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot
yeah,
I've seen, like, oh my God, my low iron. They almost like make a joke of it.
yeah.
That was a perfect example.
Yeah, I remember there was like a TikTok trend where people like POV, you have low iron, and then they like get up and they're like, oh my God, I like can't get
Dizzy
up.
or like super cold.
That was me, yeah, and that's why I had to take iron supplements
Oh
because
my
I'm
goodness.
always freezing. It's
Mhm.
like plus like
Where you live.
95, and I'm like, I need a jacket.
Well, I'm happy that supplements can help you because like that after like a while it's like it's cute at first, but after a while it's like okay, this needs to change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, 100%. Okay, so next is in 30 seconds, what is your go-to morning routine with Coral Club?
Oh my God. In 30 seconds? Okay,
Yes.
let me try. Like I have 30 seconds to say everything.
Yes.
You know I'm long-winded. Okay. So, okay, immediately get up, make my bed, take my water bottle downstairs and put a new coral mine in. Drink my water before I can even think. So then that way I'm like up, ready. Come back upstairs, wash my face, like cleanse it, brush my teeth, of course, take out my notebook, plan my day. And I'm trying to think what other products oh, yes. I don't know. I have this theory that like if I take the pro-marine collagen first thing before I eat food, it's gonna be more effective. I don't know if that's true or not. I will double check. But then I'll take my collagen. So I have the 30-day supply. This is just an extra set of 10.
Mhm.
And then I'll proceed with my other duties. I think that was under 30 seconds.
Okay,
Awesome. I hope
amazing.
you're ready because I'm going to ask you to do the same thing in 30
Okay.
seconds.
Okay, I'm ready. Hopefully it'll be 30 seconds. So I
Okay,
wake up, but I do a bad thing. I check my phone. I check my phone. I get up. I don't make my bed. I do that later.
good.
Go
Honest.
brush my teeth, and then I go downstairs, get my water, put my coral mine in. So we do the same. And then I have coffee, eat my breakfast, a nutritious, healthy, good wellness breakfast. Then I go upstairs and I 2 to 3 times a week I put on a face mask.
Okay.
Whether it's Skin Harmony or Hydro Boost, I do one of those.
Okay.
And then I work. It's
Yeah.
kind of it.
Just like I work.
I work.
That's what we do. I think our routines are pretty similar. Thank you for the honesty. Do I really check my phone like that first thing? No. You know what I only do is if I decide to go into the gym in the morning, then I allow myself to go on TikTok. So I was reading this thing about like habit stacking. So it's like you pair one good thing you should do with one thing that you know you probably shouldn't. So I'll just be on like the treadmill or Stairmaster, and I'll just be scrolling through my
Oh, yeah, I
TikTok.
do that
And
a
then I
lot
feel less
too.
guilty because yeah, I'm
Yeah.
there for a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because exactly. Because you can't read while you're doing it. Because you're
Some
like,
people do, but that's not for me. I think that's too much. That's suffering at that point. Like,
I can't even focus. I couldn't do that. But yeah, I do that too when I'm working out, like cardio, especially
yeah.
TikTok.
Yes. Love it.
Loved our routines. So the next one is you're packing for a last minute trip.
Mhm.
3 Coral Club products you're throwing in your bag. I
Okay.
have mine right.
Oh, you're ready. Okay, so you go first.
Okay.
Oh,
Coral mine,
perfect.
of
Yes,
course.
yes, yes.
And detox,
Yes,
of
yes.
course.
Hmm.
I will be doing that
Let
for
me
my next
guess.
traveling, and then one of the face masks.
I
So
knew it. I was like, let me
I'll
guess.
put all of them. I love when I'm traveling to always make sure my skin is hydrated
Mhm.
because you're always putting on makeup
Right, that's true.
and walking a lot and probably not drinking enough water.
Yeah,
So it's
I
always
love that.
best to hydrate.
I love that so much. Mine would be a little bit similar. I definitely would do fan detox for sure. Last minute because I already have it would be coral mine, and then I'd probably do one of the like stuff that affects like maybe like H500 or like anything that would help with like kind of like overall like recovery and just overall support. Or I would
Mhm.
do like Parashield just in case for immunity. Or Silver Max, actually. So one of those. So I would do like Fan Detox, Coral Mine, and something that would help with immunity. Maybe to stick to
Mhm.
one, I'll say Parashield, or I said one, but now it's like two, or Silver Max. One of those.
Yes, yes. Actually, that's so true. I would definitely do immunity, especially if I'm traveling during colder weather,
Yeah.
because I always get sick. So I would definitely do immunity. Yeah. Or parashield, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, loved our answers. Now it's time for a game. It's
Yes.
going to be a quick game, and it's going to be that we say a wellness fail that we've done. So,
Mhm.
for example, you forget to drink water all day, or you mix 2 products when they should not have been mixed, or something like that.
Mhm.
And then how we fix it with the Coral Club product.
Ooh, so it's like, oh, that one I'll have to think about. So something that we did wrong and then how we fix it with the Coral Club product.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I will say, well, I'm gonna go straight to fan detox because for some reason, like it's literally like I love the I love fan detox. So I would say traveling. I went to my sister's graduation in Malibu and we all went
Mhm.
out to eat. And I think I ate more than I needed to. Cheesecake Factory. Do you know of Cheesecake Factory?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, so
of course.
they're popular for the large portions. And then I got like they had like unlimited lemonade. And at that point, like up to that point, I was eating too healthy, too clean. I don't know why I thought it wouldn't affect me because I felt great. So I was like, keep
Right.
it's coming. I had
Oh,
everything. And then I was like fine until I wasn't like Oh my
Oh,
God. And then it was so hot. So like with the heat and people like because people
right.
actually were passing out that day. It was really, really hot. It was one of the hotter days in Los Angeles. But yeah, so with the heat, poor diet, and the non-ending like sugary lemonade, I felt terrible. And I was like, okay, maybe I should try like generic brand like Alka-Seltzer or something like that. That didn't help at all. And then I remember I was like, oh, we have fan detox. So I tried that and I kid you not like when 30 minutes, I was like, okay, I was starting to feel better. I was like, hold on, maybe this, I think this is like really where like that kind of excitement for the product. And then when I traveled to Paris, I was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's just
Yeah.
like I need it. So that was my wellness fail because I forgot to think about wellness. I was in the moment, but then Girl Club product named Fan Detox saved the day.
Right. I can't wait actually to try Fan Detox when I'm in Armenia because my
Mhm.
friends already sent me like 5 burger places and I'm like, bro. But I'm like, I'm gonna have this with me now
Yes,
because I also eat
trust
super
me.
healthy now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you know how it goes, but I already
Okay.
know. I even like just looking at it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. My wellness fail, of course, is gonna be with my skin. I'm sh In one of the other episodes, I talked about my skin barrier and how a dermatologist ruined it. Now we're gonna move forward that I ruined it, and this all happened a week and a half ago.
God.
But basically, I went to a different dermatologist and she was like, yeah, it's your skin barrier. And she gave me this gel-like cream. And I used it and my skin was so great afterwards. But then, like a couple of days afterwards, my whole body was heating up because I was allergic to it. This is where my issues come in. I'm allergic to everything. So I
Okay.
was allergic to it and I was like, do I have a fever? But no, I was just like heating up and
Sorry,
my
try not to
skin
laugh. I know that's not funny. I'm
no,
sorry.
it's like it's
Okay.
funny because my mom was like, "This only happened to you." And then my skin was like red, like super, super red and just irritated and itchy, of course. And so I stopped using it and it got better. And this is where my mind just went out of control. And I was like, it got better. So you know what? I'm going to use like this like toner pad
Mhm.
that helps like clean everything and exfoliate everything. So I did that and it was fine. But then the next day I did a retinol. I don't know why I did that. That was like, I
Yeah.
usually don't do things like this, but
Right.
this week I was like, I want to do that. And then I did it, and then I woke up with the worst like redness I've ever had in my life, a million breakouts. My face, when your skin barrier is ruined, your face is super itchy.
Right.
So a lot of people would think that, oh, maybe I'm allergic to something, but it's just your skin barrier.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do anything to my face except for moisturizer and my beautiful handy dandy Coral Club face masks.
Yes.
How I've been fixing it for the last 5 days. Thank God. Everyone's like, yeah, it's gotten a lot better. And I'm like,
Mhm.
good, because I don't know what I did. I don't know why I did what I did. But
Okay, you
right now
tried
I'm
something.
using, I don't know why I did that, but I'm now actually leaning towards the Hydro Boost because
Okay.
it's so bad that it needs a lot of hydration right now.
Got it.
And it has hyaluronic acid in it, which is the main thing that you should always use when your skin barrier is ruined.
Mhm.
But yeah, so the face masks again
Okay.
because
Well,
of
it fixed it up within a week because your skin looks amazing. I'm sorry you went through that. And I think it's for you, it's giving less is more. Like if it ain't broke,
yeah, and I
fix
never
it.
learned my lesson. I don't know what it is, but
Do one
yeah,
at a
my
time. Like, how did you go from, okay, let me stick with the empathetic side because the more other side was coming out like, girl, how did you go from toner to retinol?
no, you're right. You're right. Because I don't know. I don't, and I knew I should know better because of all of, and I knew as I was doing it, I was like, should I be doing this by now? But it's too late.
Okay.
But it's because the masks and my moisturizers, they all like saved the day. But
I'm happy that your skin bounced back and you're ready for any travels in Armenia.
yes, yes. Hopefully it'll be fine. I won't like do something crazy again. But yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so the next question is one Coral Club product we think everyone under 40 should be taking.
Everyone under 40. And we can only choose one.
Yes.
Okay, let's for this one, let's try and think of something other than coral mine and other than collagen and other than the face mask because that's all we do. Well, maybe
No,
collagen
I
is fair.
thought that was the Promorane. Yeah, I was like the
Yeah.
tripeptides.
Okay. Well, actually, let me not take that away from you. So yeah, go ahead, collagen.
I'll try and think of something else, but yeah, my
Okay.
first thought is always the collagen tripeptides. No matter, what age, what gender, like I just think it's just so important to always keep up with your collagen. And because after it was 25 or 30, your
Mhm.
collagen starts
True.
going down. The tripeptides, they're so incredible, and so many people love them. And I think that's definitely, I
Yeah.
would say, one
Okay,
coral
that
couple.
definitely counts. I love that. I love that. And I
Let
think
me think.
that's good. I was trying to go out of the box or think out of the box and do something different, though now I'm really out here gonna be thinking out loud because collagen is actually the perfect answer. What do you think, Angelina? What would be good for people? Because you see all the product presentations. I think gut
Yeah.
health is important, but I think for overall health, like I really like I would say this Go Detox that I got, but I don't know if it's necessary, but I think it is, at least for once. I would say for once for people to try
Mhm.
it, just so that it can reset like your system and really cleanse you on like a deeper level going forward. So
Mhm.
that one's there, but I know I've learned like it's, intense. You have to really prepare yourself for that experience. Hence why I'm looking at it and I'm waiting to try it. So I will let you know, but I've only heard of good results. I'm gonna
Right.
go on the website right now because I actually not too sure.
Yeah, the quatrobiotic formula because of gut
Yeah.
health.
I think that would be a good one for gut health and anything that has omega 3s. Which one? Oh, you know what product I'm always hearing about that is so amazing is coral lecithin. One second, let me
I was
see.
also going to say all of our supplements that are for anti-stress. I
Right,
think under people are, really on the like work hustle kind of
right.
side. So I think it's also so important to make sure you're taking care of your mind and your body and not allowing your stress levels to go up. So maybe mindset
Yeah,
or
that's a good.
Lithonia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that one actually right, but
Yeah, I think
those
that's a good one. That one, lecithin. And then I've also heard good things about coral taurine, like that because it's one of the most abundant amino acids in the brain, retina, muscle tissues, and organs throughout the entire human body. And taurine is found in almost every tissue of the body, thus playing a role in several essential body functions, such as muscular and nerve functions. It also supports the immune system and healthy blood pressure levels. Yeah, that's gonna be my
wow.
answer. Coral
Yeah, that
taurine.
was a really good
Yeah,
one. I'm gonna take that one.
yeah, okay, so we're both on Coral Tori, and I'm gonna add that to my cart as we speak. Oh my
Yeah, that
goodness. See, I learn something every day.
one. I
Uh,
like that one. Yeah, I
yeah, that
agree
was
with
good. That's very inclusive.
you. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. And so our last question that I have for the day
Okay.
is if we could challenge each other to do one wellness thing this week, what would it be?
Hmm. Let me think. I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to personalize
challenge
it. What do you
Yeah,
say?
I'm gonna challenge you to start coral detox.
Whew. I can't believe you challenged me so soon. I'm
I feel
trying
like
to
you've
work
been
on the
talking
courage.
about it. Yeah, I feel like you've been talking about it. So I'm
I
like, what?
have since like episode one, I've been talking about
Right.
the Go Detox and Coral Detox. So I will need to try it. And I think it's really just like but I know it's gonna be so great. I know the effects are gonna be great. I know it's gonna make everything, all the other supplements, be so good.
Right.
So I will try it and I'll come back to you with an update.
And then maybe just keeping up with the water
Yeah.
intake, since you said that you sometimes struggle with that. Two
Hmm.
liters of water a day.
Yes, I think I can definitely do that. It's more for me the timing, like remembering.
Remembering, yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
and
I
not
wish
just being like, oh,
water balls
yeah,
had
end
like
of the
an
day.
alarm. Cool.
What do you say?
Water balls, if they just had like an alarm, or like they had speakers, they're like, drink your water.
That you might have be onto something. You might be the new inventor of.
Or maybe we can like keep technology out of our water, but
That's true. So, yeah, maybe take it back, but there's a way to implement and coordinate. Yes, I'm
yes.
thinking about now for you. I'm trying to think because you're pretty healthy. You get your sleep.
So
I've been seeing your health, like workout routines, even posted one on our social media. So that's amazing. Yes, Angelina, thank you so much. Um, hmm. I
let's
would
stop touching.
say knowing you. One, keep to what works for your skin. And then number two, continue to have balanced portions. I know that you kind of have like that craving thing, and especially with carbs, especially with spaghetti. So remembering to like do your vegetables and just having more balance. So for you, I guess that's what I would say. I think you're doing pretty well already. So.
Yes, yes, no, that I really needed that last one, especially because I've been trying, but sometimes like my brother will be eating spaghetti and I'm like, I want it. And I love it. Like a little, just sometimes. So
Okay, I
it's
think portion controls everything. So at least like you're making adjustments.
right, yes. And also
You're
just
like, okay, maybe, right.
I think I just want like a big bowl. No, it's fine. Yeah, balance, that's good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
love
I
that.
like it.
Oh my
But yeah,
goodness. Well,
those are
thank
my
you.
questions.
Thank you so much for amazing, amazing questions. We've come to the end of today's episode. So fun, so light. Thank you so much for bringing the vibes and good laughs. So,
Mm,
as always, for today, what does living well look like to you?
right. So as of recently, I would say is making like a good bedtime routine. I mean like making sure I sleep earlier so I can wake up earlier because I've always struggled with that. I'm such a night owl and I really realized that when I sleep earlier,
Mhm.
I don't know, I just like my work day just ends up being a much better and I have more energy to work out and also to eat healthier. As when I wake up late, I don't want to work out and I just sit and work and that's all I do. But yeah, so a good bedtime routine where I'm in bed by like 10:30, and I can, have my little lavender oils on so they put me to sleep and
I
then
love
I
that.
get off my phone.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's probably what living well right now looks for
Mhm.
me. What about you?
I love that so much. Yeah, today I'm trying to think. I feel like I've really kind of come on this journey of like with each like time we have a discussion, I actually do try to implement most of those changes. So I'm trying to see what that looks like for me. I think, um, hmm. I think maybe having more grace on my routine, if that makes sense. So, for example, if I've been doing good for like 7 days straight and then one day I kind of fall off, having grace, knowing that it's okay, like just pick it right back up instead of being like, should I just
Okay.
like have another day off too? Just kind of like getting them back into it. So I think living well is kind of scheduling those breaks or those times where you might fall off into the whole entire plan. So it doesn't feel like you're just always starting over every single time, but seeing it more as a journey. So that's my view of it, more wellness as a journey for today.
Wow, no, that's amazing. That's really good. I think that's also so important for women because of our phases.
Right,
It's a
right.
lot more difficult for us, so I
Yes,
think that's a very good thought to always have. Yes.
definitely. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for an amazing, amazing conversation. I enjoyed today.
I love today.
Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Coral Conversations. Bye.
Everyone. Bye.